A few weeks ago, I released a video on how to help kids stop vaping. I need to point out that I talk about it in this video, but talking about it in general here, it is really hard to get anyone to break free from nicotine addiction once they're addicted. Impossible? No, but it is hard. It is hard for the individual themselves to stop. It is hard for other people to get them to stop. Where parents can make a huge difference, and teachers can make a huge difference, and adults who have contact with young people can make a huge difference. It's not going to be in helping them stop in general, it's going to be in trying to help prevent them from taking it up. That is where you're going to have much more impact and ability to really prevent a catastrophic situation from happening down the line of them being turned into nicotine addicts. One of the specific group who has one of the best advantages to be able to do this are former smokers. Former smokers understand the nicotine addiction. They understand how they got hooked into cigarette smoking at a time when they were very likely young. They were very likely in junior high, maybe in high school, but more likely in junior high and possibly younger. And they heard dangers about the product, cigarettes, but they didn't hear about the addiction, or they didn't understand the addiction, or they didn't believe the addiction. Well, that turned them into smokers that may have been going on for years or decades, that they often had to fight tooth and nail to break away from. But they did it. They now have that edge of being able to share that core piece of information about how horrible it was that they got addicted. I'm not even talking about whether they got sick from this or not. I'm just saying what their life was like as an active addict who had to keep sustaining, using more and more and more, and using it over and over under all circumstances, whether it's acceptable around them or not. They had to use or feel lousy from not using. This is a message that if you are a former smoker, you need to start sharing it with your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews. If you're a teacher, with your students, on a personal level, explain you made the same mistake that you know a lot of kids are making now around them. Before your own kid or the kid that you're dealing with is using, they're being surrounded by lots of kids. Is it the majority? No, but it's a significant number depending on the age group you're dealing with. When we're getting at the high school level, we're getting into the 30% bracket of high school kids are using it in one way or another. Share with younger kids this information of what it was like, and what a mistake it was, and what a mistake these other kids who are using have made. Share this with them. I can't tell you, I try to encourage people to do this. Some people who run boards, some people who run sites to help people quit smoking, and they're not taking the material that I'm putting out there. They don't see the importance of it. Well, this is extremely important material. And I'm sorry I can't make everybody use it, but for the people I can reach, and that's kind of who I'm doing this video for, the people who are watching this video, hey, I've reached you with this video. If you have younger kids, and again, especially the ones who aren't using, try to do what you can to prevent them from taking it up. This product, which is out there now, that is going up in epidemic proportions. And we're seeing rates where last year it almost doubled in use in 1 year. This is horrible. We are seeing rates of nicotine addiction in ways that we have not seen for 20 or 30 years now. And for the first time, we're seeing that smoking is starting to go up in this age bracket. For decades, it's been on a constant decline. And now, because of these new products that basically are initiating people or kids into a nicotine addiction, they are more likely to take up smoking down the line, or not necessarily that far down the line. So if you have kids, share your insights, share your experience, share the regret that you had that you ever took it up. You know, there's almost nothing good that could ever be said for people who took up smoking. They usually regret it in many levels. They wasted so much money, so much time, so much effort. They went through so much pain to quit. There's almost nothing good they could say about it. Well, this may be the one good thing that they can say. They got trapped. They got hooked. They fought to stop, and they know what it's like to get addicted. And they regret they ever did it, but use that regret, use that message to try to inform people, young kids now, who you generally know and likely care for a lot, that you don't want them to fall into the same trap. A trap that they may not get out of. A trap that, again, we don't know what the long-term effects, how severe they're going to be for the new devices out there. They're not going to be good for anybody, and they're very likely going to cause lots of problems. They're causing immediate problems on certain issues right now. But the other issue is we see now that it's going to cause them to be more likely to take up smoking down the line, which we know what that's going to do. That's going to cost them their health and cost them their life. And if you can do anything to stop that, you want to take advantage of that platform that you have, that because of your prior experience. Help them understand that the way to never get into this is to never start using it in the beginning. That if they use it, it's going to hook them. And if they get hooked, they need to understand the same message that you understand. The reason that you're a former smoker now and not an active one is because you finally made and you stuck to a personal commitment to never take another puff.